Hello, hello. What's up, dear traders? What's up, dear investors? How is everybody doing today? It's been a while. I haven't seen you all since the end of last year. I do hope that all of you had a great New Year's, and I just want to once again wish all of you to gain new trading knowledge and new experience this year so that it will open the way for new opportunities to make profit, my friends. Let's go ahead and quickly check the sound and the picture. I do want to make sure that you can hear me and that you can see me well before we get started. So go ahead and let me know in chat if everything is okay with the sound and the picture. As usual, I do like to hear and see where you guys are joining in from. You can just put a plus sign or give me a shout out in chat. So while I am waiting for your replies, for those of you who do not know me, or perhaps if you are joining in for the first time, my name is Angie, and today we are going to talk about and trade with one of my favorite indicators, which is the Ichimoku Cloud. So likewise, my friends, I do want to remind you to please make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on new releases. And likewise, of course, give this video a thumbs up and ring on the notifications bell. Now, my friends, just a very little spoiler alert. There is going to be another new event coming up very, very soon. So you do also want to check out our social networks so that you do not miss out on the announcement details. Alrighty, let me just check in chat to see how everybody is doing. And then, of course, we'll get started. Alrighty, I have a lot of hellos from many people. Thank you so much. Sydney is from Ghana. Ufan is from India. Hello. Mountain Pablo is from Hunza, Pakistan. Welcome. Suchel, hello from Gurgaon, India. SM is here for the first time. Welcome. Miriam is from Trinidad. Thank you all for the confirmations. Thank you for letting me know where you're joining from. That's really exciting to see, people joining in from all over the world. Thank you. Alrighty, so let me go ahead and change to the platform. And we'll go ahead and just jump right into it. So what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and add the Ichimoku Cloud indicator. All the indicators are in the bottom left corner of the platform on the web version of the platform. So if we click on indicators, all you have to do is find the Ichimoku Cloud and apply it to our chart. Now, my friends, when you first apply the indicator, it may look a little scary and a little crazy, like, oh my goodness, what is going on? But it's really not that bad. And actually, this one indicator provides loads of useful information. Now, I am not going to get too much into detail about the history and the details of the indicator. But the only thing that I do want to mention is that if you think the indicator looks complicated now, think about it and take into consideration the fact that the concept of the indicator was developed in the 1930s. 1930s, my friends. This is actually quite some time before the first computer was invented. So I'm trying to picture it, but I can't imagine somebody working on this kind of concept in the 1930s. So woohoo for the Ichimoku Cloud. But if you guys are interested, I do have a separate short video tutorial on the Ichimoku Cloud. I'm going to go ahead and post a link for you in chat. I go over a lot more details and just very focused on the indicator itself. So I'm going to post a link for you in chat. And I do see your comments, my friends. Thank you so much. I'm very excited to see all of you too. So I posted the link for you in chat. And if you are watching this video after the live webinar, you can find the link in the upper right corner. Alrighty, so the Ichimoku Cloud, it is made out of 5 lines. The main 2 lines that we are going to be focused on are the 2 lines that are traveling in the vicinity of the price movement. So these are the 2 lines that I'm talking about. You can actually also adjust the indicator's settings. You can make these 2 lines more visible, more thicker, and you can change the colors if you want as well, but we're just going to stick to the default settings for now. So the main 2 lines that we're focused on are these 2 lines right here. They are called the Tenkan-sen line and the Kijun-sen line. TK. The Tenkan-sen line is going to be displayed in yellow. It's this line right here. and by default it's going to be in yellow. Now the lines of the Ichimoku Cloud indicator, they have a distinctive formula calculation, but to make things simple, just think of them as moving averages, okay? So the yellow Tenkan-sen line, it's based on the last 9 candles, so like the period is 9. So this is going to be the faster line, so like the faster moving average. The Kijun-sen line is going to be red, and it is based on the last 26 candles or 26 periods, and therefore it's going to be the slower of the two moving averages. Now, I do hope that many of you were here during our recent streams and webinars, and where we traded a lot using the sliding on average strategy, where we have 2 moving averages with the period of 4 and the period of 60, and we have a signal when the 2 moving averages cross. Well, it's the same concept here. What we are doing, what we're looking for, is when the yellow line intersects the red line from the bottom up. This is a signal to enter an up trade. And likewise, when we have a cross of the yellow line to the red line from top to bottom, this is a signal to enter a down trade. Now, in just a moment, let me go ahead and just get back to here. So in just a moment, we're going to switch our chart type to the Heiken Ashi candles, and then of course we're going to look for some trading signals. But before we get to that, I just want to very quickly mention what else the Ichimoku Cloud shows us, the indicator itself. As you can see, there's always like a red or green shaded color cloud in front of the price movement. These are also differently calculated averages, and they are set 26 periods into the future. Here are a few tips. So I'm just looking at what's going on with the United States dollar. Is it, well, it's almost, no, it's not time for the US session yet. I'm going to have to check that out. I've just been focused on the technical analysis part for today, my favorite. So anyway, so here are a few tips to remember about the cloud, or in Japanese it's called the Kumo. If the cloud is red, then the inclination on the market is bearish, so sellers are more in control. If the cloud is green, then the bias on the market is bullish, so buyers are in control. Let me just get back here. And what I want to mention is that a lot of times during trading, you can use the Ichimoku Cloud lines, these lines right here, the bottom and the top, as levels of support and resistance. Likewise, you do want to remember the wider the cloud, the stronger the trend. The more narrow it becomes, the weaker the trend on the market is. And likewise, you do want to remember that if the price is inside of the cloud, let me show you an example, like something like here. This means that there is no trend on the market is flat. And generally, when you are using the Ichimoku Cloud, it's not recommended to trade when the price is inside of the cloud. So those are just a few tips and tricks for the cloud itself. And likewise, so the last line that we have in the indicator is the Chico line. I love this name. It's teal or light blue, however you like to call it. And basically what it does is it travels behind the price movement. So it's the last closing price set 26 periods into the past. And basically you can use this line as a confirmation signal. So once again, if you want a more in-depth tutorial on the Ichimoku Cloud and the lines with examples, check out the link that I sent for you in chat. So as I already mentioned, what we're going to do today is we're going to look for the TK crosses for the Tenkan-sen line and the Kijun-sen line, the yellow and the red. We are going to switch the chart type right here. Nope, excuse me, that's my indicator tab, the chart type right here. We're going to switch to Heiken Ashi. They look, the Heiken Ashi chart looks kind of similar to the Japanese candlesticks, but as you can see, it looks more smooth. It's like a green wave, a red wave, a green wave, a red wave. So what it does once again is it just averages the prices, and so that it's easier to look at, and it kind of it smooths out the movement. So last week, Yaroslav explained how to use the Heiken Ashi candles, and if you missed that stream, here is the link for you in chat. So Heiken Ashi, you definitely want to check that out. The only thing that I want to mention is that, Heiken Ashi technically is not a chart type. It's more of an indicator because of the calculation inside of it. So you can check out that video for like more in-depth just on Heiken Ashi. So, but just so that everybody's on the same page and that we can follow along, when we observe a strong uptrend, we are going to see, let me make this a little bit bigger. We are going to look for green candles, preferably big green bodied candles with wicks, these shadows only on top of the candles. Okay, so this is going to be a strong up movement. Likewise, on a downtrend or on a strong down movement, we're going to see big red bodied candles with the wick or shadow only below the candles. Okay, so this is, just showing us strong trend. If you see wicks above and below the candles, that means the trend is slowing. And if you see a doji candle, it's highly likely that we're going to see a reversal of the trend. Now, by the way, my friends, this indicator combination, the Ichimoku Cloud with the Heiken Ashi candles, it's actually called the Japanese Pearl. Which, by the way, you can apply automatically in the strategies tab. Let me go ahead and show you. So if you go to the indicators where we applied the Ichimoku Cloud, you can choose trading strategies right here. And when you just first register an account with Olymp Trade, you do have the starter account. And with the starter account, with the starter status, you can already use these preset strategies. So one of them is the Japanese Pearl. All you have to do is enable the strategy, and all the indicators are going to be applied automatically. So basically, let me just show you how this works. Let's say I wanted to, remember we were just talking about the sliding on average where we have two moving averages with a period of 4 and 60. If I go here and I enable the strategy, it deletes all my previous strategy indicators and sets the appropriate indicators with the right settings as well. And I do want to mention, let me just go ahead and turn back to my Japanese Pearl. There are strategies for FTT. There are strategies for Forex. When you get an upgraded status, you have a lot more strategies that you can choose from VIP. And likewise, you can get a lot, you can subscribe to a lot of different strategies in the marketplace. You can subscribe for 1 month. You can subscribe for a whole year. So, and these are proven trading strategies and combinations for profitable tradings. They're great for beginner traders. They're great for expert professional traders. So you definitely want to check out the marketplace. Alrighty, so what we are going to do, since I'm trading live with you, I'm going to start by looking at some lower time frames. But I do want to mention that in my humble opinion, especially when we're working with the Ichimoku Cloud, the indicator and the strategy will provide you with stronger and more reliable signals on higher time frames. I would probably say starting with 1 hour. But what we're going to do is we're just going to go down the list of different assets and starting with the highest rate of return. And then what we're going to do is we are going to look at some lower time frames, and I'm going to up the time frames to check if I see a signal on any of the higher time frames. Alrighty, and just one more thing that I want to mention as I'm choosing my first asset is that the Ichimoku Cloud was developed in Japan, likewise the Heiken Ashi candles, and therefore they are more based on the Japanese currency, so the Japanese yen. So you do want to check those assets when you're trading with this strategy first, because they work well on them. All right, so I'm going to start with the 5-minute time frame, and then I'm going to move up. Okay, see on the 5-minute time frame, I mean, this is a cross, and we do see big green body candles. I'm going to lower this to about $10. See, I'm looking at the 5-minute time frame, so my trade duration is going to be ×3, so 15 minutes. Okay, so there goes my first trade opening. This, I'm looking at the 5-minute time frame. This is the Australian dollar and the Japanese Y. The Japanese yen. I do see a strong uptrend, as I just mentioned, big green body candles, the wick, the shadow is only on top, and we do see a cross on the TK cross as well. I should probably have tried a shorter time frame, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, so that's the 5-minute time frame. So CAD JPY, what's going on in CAD JPY? Kind of moving sideways. Just going to go ahead and check some higher time frames. Look at that beautiful, beautiful move. Okay, so the Canadian dollar, and see, we have a cross right here, but I don't see a clear movement, and I do see like this potential area of resistance that we're trying to break. So I'm not going to venture into here for now. Okay, let me switch back to the 5-minute time frame. My friends, if you want me to look at a specific asset, or if you guys see a signal on any of them, please go ahead and write them in chat and we'll take a peek together. All right, so Euro JPY is inside the cloud. It does look like the Tenkan-sen is trying to approach the Kijun-sen, and the price is breaking above the Kijun-sen, but I don't like how we're inside of the cloud. Let's see what's going on in some higher time frames. So I do see a cross right here. Alrighty, so we're looking at the 10-minute time frame. We saw a cross right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for 20 minutes and trade up. Okay, so I made my time frame ×2 because the cross happened a little while ago. So we'll see how that goes as well. This is Euro JPY. But you do want to take into consideration also, like as I mentioned, you want to trade, you know, with assets with the JPY, but you have to take into consideration the trading session hours for the Japanese economy. Alrighty, NZD-JPY. Let's take a look at NZD-JPY. Let's look at the 5-minute time frame. Yeah, we had a cross right here. This would have been a very, very nice entry point because we saw a nice move to the upside, but we're kind of late. Let me check some higher time frames. Yeah, I think we're a little bit late, although the price is trying to break above the Ichimoku Cloud, and we see at the beginning of a green bullish bias. Let me just switch back to the smaller time frame. Yeah, and you see how the wick is already lower. Kind of an iffy situation. Let me see GBP JPY. I haven't seen. Haven't looked at yet. 5-minute time frame new. Let's take a peek here. 10 minutes. We're inside the cloud. No, I don't like it here. Alrighty, USD JPY. Also inside of the cloud. Did have a cross right here, but nope. CHF JPY. Well, looks like a cross right here, and it does look like the price is breaking above the Ichimoku Cloud. Let's see. So this is the 5-minute time frame. So we'll go for 15 minutes. Although I don't like. You see how the wick, the candle has a wick above and below. So we're the trend is kind of slowing. Therefore, let me just lower this a little bit so that we can try it. I'm thinking about 10 minutes. All right, let's take a peek. What's going on with my trades? So I opened AUD JPY because we had that cross, although we're a little bit late. We'll see how that goes. I do still have 11 minutes left. Euro JPY. Slightly iffy situation here where we're looking at the 10-minute time frame. We had that cross here, so it's kind of fighting with it, but we'll see. We still have almost 20 minutes for that trade. And CHF JPY as well. We were looking at the 5-minute time frame. We had our cross. Kind of iffy situation, but I lessened the trade amount here, so we'll see how that goes as well. Let's take a look at what other assets we have. What's going on with the basic dollar index? We should have opened as I was explaining everything to you. Likewise, so another thing that I wanted to mention about the about the Ichimoku Cloud. So I mentioned the Chico span, this lagging span, that you can use it as a confirmation signal. So whenever you see a cross that and the Chico line is crossing the price chart at the same time, this is what I mean by a additional confirmation signal. I don't know if I want to play with the basic dollar index right now. Let me see what's going on some higher time frames. All right, my friends, I'm going to come back to you in chat in just a little while. Let me just shift my focus to the price chart. Lower time frames are so much harder to work with. Let's see. AUD/JPY, we're looking at the 5-minute time frame. Nothing going on. Oh, look at that. Well, so we had a clear, strong downtrend. It looks like we're coming back for a retest of this resistance area, and looks like it wants to cross it down. The bias is bearish. The cloud is big. I like that it's trying to cross to the downside. What I'm going to do is I'm lacking one part of the strategy is a clear up or down trend on the Heiken Ashi candles. This is Euro GBP. Give me just a second. So it looks like it's really struggling with this level of support. Give me just 1 second here. I'm going to go even higher. Strong level of support last seen in February of 2020. Imagine that. Let me just go ahead back to my 5-minute time frame. Yeah, it's really moving up, so I'm not sure if I should take this trade, but I do like. Well, for $5, I'm gonna try it for 15 minutes to the downside because this intersection is getting really close, so we'll see how that goes. Okay. Although I wasn't fully following the strategy because you do want to see like a clear up or down trend on the Heiken Ashi candles. Like this is great. Euro US dollar. See how we're trying to cross? We have a really clear uptrend. All right, 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and increase that. And we are going to try that as well. See how this is doing. So we're doing pretty good. We're good. Euro GBP is also fighting with that entry point. So far we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good, my friends. Euro composite. Trying to come out the cloud. I'm gonna have a separate dedicated stream on Quickler. I'm not gonna get into that today since we're trading on this strategy. So once again, this is the Japanese Pearl. 2 simple indicators: the Ichimoku Cloud and the Heiken Ashi candles. So see, we have a cross here, but it's just flat, just moving sideways. I don't like it. CAD JPY. Well, CAD JPY looks interesting. We have this cross. I like how it hasn't made that spike yet. So here I'm looking at the 5-minute time frame. Always remember to double check like your trade amount and the trade duration. Whenever you're trading FTT, you do have to be like, you have to act fast, but at the same time, you do want to stay focused and pay attention to your trading parameters and to what you're doing. Alrighty, let me just, we've been here before. It looks pretty good to me. Let's see what's copper doing. The 2 lines are just totally intertwined. Nothing to look for here. So I'm just going to stick to the lower time frame. And I just want to show you the concept and the idea of how to use the indicator and how to look for these signals. Oh, look at that. It's just still kind of flat, but it did intersect it down, but it did intersect it up here. This is Euro CAD. Give me just a moment. Bam. It's going to be a nice double bottom. It broke this level of support. It's trying to break it down. Let me see here. I'm probably not going to get into this trade right here. All right, Euro CHF, Euro NZD. We have this. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. So something with Euro. FTSE, GBP AUD. See how the cloud is narrowing, kind of losing momentum. Inside the cloud. So we crossed it down, kind of near the, no, I don't see one here. Give me just a moment here. I'm going to try and see if I find any other good entry points on the 5-minute time frame. And if not, let me just check how we're doing here. Okay, so one in the minus, the rest are in the plus. So $50 invested, and my total profit right now is $12.55. You know, fluctuating a little bit, but that's okay. This is how the trading world works. Oh, wait a minute, what was that? That was Litecoin? Look at that intersection. It just really, really wants to intersect. Is it going to go up? Is it go? Which is, once again, I don't see like a clear. Yeah, this is Heiken Ashi. This doesn't even look like Heiken Ashi right now. There's such a mixture that it's kind of weird. So this intersection is actually going to be to the downside. So remember, the yellow one is the faster moving average. The red one is called the baseline, and this is the conversion line. No, I'm not going to get into Litecoin. I traded Bitcoin the other day, and it just, yeah, lost a little money, but that's okay. Crypto is very, very volatile. It's just crazy. All right, let me just check. Let me quickly check to see what's going on here, and then we'll check our trades. I don't see any. But once again, remember, and I do really, really, like, from the bottom of my heart, I highly advise for you guys to try this strategy on like some higher time frames. Like try the 1 hour time frame, and you'll see how more reliable the signals and the trades are going to be. So we've got some stuff going on. Let me just check to see. So see how it just flattened out a little bit, and we see small bodied candles with wicks above and below the candles. So that's not a really good sign. So like a clear up or down trend is when we have big body candles, up only wick up above, down only wick below. Euro JPY. Also, you see we kind of wants to cross it. We do still have some time. I do still have high hope. CHF JPY is looking good. Euro JPY, let's see what's going on here. So yeah, so I was thinking, I was wrong here. My goodness, I totally misinterpreted the cross. See, this is what I mean. Take your time when you're trading. Thankfully, I did lower the trade amount here. Euro US dollar. See, it kind of reached this level of resistance. So you do want to, so the Ichimoku Cloud also, or like always remember and physically, is it physically? Or psychologically and physically see the levels of, the nearest levels of resistance and support. So by seeing this peak right here that the price couldn't break above, I should have paid attention and not opened up this high. But we'll see how that goes. I do still have 10 minutes because we have like big momentum candles to the upside. Let's see. And CAD JPY, well, CAD JPY was a good signal. As you can see, we had a cross right here, and we have like a steady flow. They're like equally bodied, but they're kind of medium. Wicks are only on top, so this is looking good as well. Now, my friends, let me just take a peek to see what everybody's saying in chat. I'm going to try to answer some of your questions. Can you give me, please, a take profit on Euro CAD for our time frame? Is it close for the end of a down trade? Hold on one second. Let me check. Euro CAD. Okay, so first trade is in profit. All right, you said Euro CAD, right? Euro CAD. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. So let me check a higher time frame. So this is what I like to look for. I look for levels of support and resistance in the past. Let me just take my tool right here. Let me just take a peek. Let's take a peek. So that was a strong level. This is a strong recent level. Okay, so that one's profit, whoop, whoop. I would not enter a down trade here yet. As you can see, it's a pretty strong level that was visited back in November of 2021 and stuff like that. So basically what you want to do is you want to see the price break this level, come back for a retest, and then continue down. So this is like an iffy situation, but it's definitely near. It's trying to break a strong level of support, so you may want to monitor it. Alrighty, let me take a seat. Let me take a peek. So hello, ma'am. I have a question that I should follow signals in Telegram. Are those legit? So we do have official Olymp trade Telegram accounts. So yes, those you can follow. Now there are a lot of different Telegram channels, and don't confuse them with like some other people with like an Olymp trade logo. So just make sure that you're looking at the official Olymp trade Telegram channel. Let's see here. How to identify technical analysis, Bezos Aurora success. All that we were looking at today is technical analysis. I know on our YouTube channel we have a dedicated video on technical analysis. So technical analysis is everything that has to do with the chart and with the price movement. So not like fundamental news, like not like economic calendar, not like political speeches and stuff like that. This is strictly looking at the price chart and seeing like where the closing prices are using technical indicators. So this is technical analysis. I love technical analysis. Alrighty, so Adil Kadik, I do apologize if I mispronounce your names, my friends. Just made $1,400 went from $1,400 to $7,400 without using any indicators. So this is kind of like price action, and I'm gonna have a dedicated stream next week on price action, so you definitely want to check it out. Let's see here. I'm trying to sort through. I am running out of time a little bit. Please give more tips on how to use the Ichimoku Cloud on lower time frames. So FESZ, as I mentioned, I would advise using it on higher time frames, but this whole stream was dedicated to looking at some lower time frames. Alrighty, let me just check. Permit me to what's the best time to trade on Quickler? Do you mean time during the day? I don't believe that there is like a specific trading session time that is better. We'll definitely trade using Quickler with you coming up very, very soon. So these are like 15-second trades. Very, 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 very short trades. Alrighty, my friends, I am running out of time a little bit. I do see some people from Bom Dia, so from Brazil, hello, welcome. Now, my friends, dear traders, let me just switch back to full screen so that you can see me. I just want to thank you so much for tuning in for my lesson on the Ichimoku Cloud today. We traded using the Japanese Pearl strategy, and you definitely want to join me tomorrow because we're going to be focused more on trend trading, and we're going to be more focused on Forex. So stop loss, take profit, all that stuff we'll definitely talk about tomorrow and trade with that as well. I do want to remind you to please make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel so that you get our announcements, when our streams are starting, whenever anything is new is released. And likewise, of course, please visit our social networks. We're on Facebook and Instagram, and of course, you can see we're already with you on YouTube. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. I had a great time seeing all of you, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.